right, today we're going to be doing, today's video is going to be a 2016 BMW 3 Series. The fender was smashed in a parking lot by another vehicle. The customer called me, said, hey, listen, body shop recommended you. Can you take care of the dent? We scheduled them for the repair. We got there. The damage was 7 inches on a body line. The customer told me maybe 3 to 4 inches. I pulled out the tape measure, measured it right in front of the customer, and it was exactly 7 inches. So that way we were able to bill it in Mobile Tech RX as a 7-inch dent on a body line, which is 25% markup. And with that, we came up with a total, and the customer was happy with the price. So we began the repairs, and in the video, we're gonna show you the before and afters, videos, photos, and a time lapse of the repair. And I hope you enjoy it. Thanks, guys. As always, good to be with you guys. On this particular fender here, what I really want you to pay attention to is mainly the bottom edge of that fender. You can see how far in it is compared to where it should be. It's a good ½ inch or so, I would say. And that was the most challenging part about this repair, was getting that bottom fender edge back out into place. And once I was able to do that, I could stabilize the dent. As you know, if you haven't already, please subscribe, leave it a like, let me know what you think. Thanks, guys. So here's the afterthought, or the after. It came out extremely difficult. It wasn't easy at all, honestly. That bottom edge kicked my butt. But the dent came out very nicely. There was a couple, there's like maybe 3 little spots that were imperfect. But as you can tell, it's quite a very nice repair. Yeah, I think this one took me about 5 hours roughly. So not too bad. After shots, not bad at all. All right, so what made this fender very difficult was not only was the damage knocked in at the bottom of the fender edge, the body line was crushed in about like three miles. I mean, you could probably fit 3 candy bars in between that thing and fill it up with paint and body filler. Anyways, what made it difficult was the rubberized undercoating on the backside of that fender. It made accessing or pinpointing every little push difficult. Yeah, that's what made it hard. You had to take the fender liners out, things like that. What's up, baby? So pretty much what I did, I bring my utility jack everywhere I go. It's an aluminum one. It costs about maybe $300-400, but totally worth it. It's very lightweight. You can easily throw it in and out of your vehicle. So pretty much I always take the fender liners out when I have damage near the edge. It allows me to get access, unless the fender liner is easy to manipulate, just slide out of the way. This BMW had a 2-piece fender liner, so it really wasn't that easy to do. So I just decided to take it out and make my life easier for the next 5 hours during the repair process. And just a note, if you're not aware, on BMWs, you have to pull the hood latch twice to get it to pop. So, and what you see here is, as you've seen in the other video, I use these blue straps to stabilize the fender to keep it from buckling as I'm pushing it. Sometimes when you're pushing the fender, it'll actually blow the fender out, meaning it'll basically fold it in half. Not literally fold it in half, but kind of do that and destroy the fender. And you don't want to do that. So when you do stabilize, it allows you for an easier repair for you. See, right here. This is a very difficult pulling this bottom fender edge out. I thought about getting the hookers from whoever, I forget what it is, but I thought about that. Let me know what y'all think about those. Yeah, edgy tools, the hookers. Have any of you ever used it? If so, let me know what you think about them, if they're worth purchasing. I'm pretty sure I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I already previously, earlier this week, I ordered the new, well, I guess it's new, the fender edge pliers. And I wish I would have had them on this repair. It would have been great to stabilize the fender with that tool in particular. I'm pretty sure B&D Tools makes it. I don't know, but I got it off Anson Tools website. Looking forward to using that on the next repair. And I think that tool is supposedly supposed to be good for placing the bottom edge of the fender and pulling that out without causing blowouts or things like that. So I'm looking so forward to having that tool. It probably would have made this job much better for me and much easier. And you see that crown just above the body line? Well, once I was able to pull that fender edge out, a lot of that crown came out because that's where all the pressure was from that created that crown, was the bottom edge of that fender being knocked in. So that's why I'm sitting here trying to figure out a clean way to pull this out without damaging the fender and warping it and making all these little weird spots like I've done in the past. If you guys ever have done these type of repairs and find a really quick, efficient, easy way to do it, let me know on my business Facebook page, Dent Baron, or Instagram, or if you're on Facebook in general, I'm Dennis Alexander, Raleigh, North Carolina. I would like to know who would help me. Anything I could do to be more efficient and faster with my repairs, that would be awesome. So pretty much what I'm doing at this point is working the top edge of the body line, not the bottom of the fender, but the actual body line itself. Working that to remove most of that. That way that crown releases a little bit and maybe some of that bottom edge of the fender comes out. So that's pretty much what I'm using the large tip for, and it's worked really well, getting majority of that body line up. And then during the entire process, I'm using heat on this almost 90% of getting the meat of the damage up. That way I don't crack this paint. I know BMW has a really strong, really heavy duty clear coat compared to, you know, other vehicles. I think that's just European models in general, but I know specifically BMW because their clear is hard as a rock and it's very expensive at the collision centers when they buy that clear to put on those BMWs. So, I mean, that's why you're not super concerned about cracking paint, but still, it was cold outside and I had the heat on there, and I just don't like to take chances, especially on a high dollar repair, and this guy's real particular about everything he has. I mean, his yard was immaculate, his deck was beautifully stained. I mean, look at his driveway, it's brick. So this guy just really wants his stuff right. So I knew I had to take my time and charge accordingly, because I wasn't going to work 3 to 5 hours on a repair and underbid the repair and be mad at myself the whole time while I'm fixing it. And that's something I think everybody should think about. If you know you're going to be spending a lot of time on it and you know you can fix it, make sure you're getting paid properly to do that. Because in the end, usually it's still going to be less expensive than traditional repairs. So I'm using different tools. I'm using my 2 fender edge tools from PDR Finesse, the adjustable fender tool, and the one where you can change the tips, interchangeable tip tool. They're both great for this fender repair. And I also use the Dent Craft, I think a 16 or 18 inch double bend, and I use the large rubber tip. It's the biggest one they make at Dent Craft. And I also use some of the dent dial tips on there to move a lot of that body line up. I mean, the dent dial tips move that thing clean and fast. So I was initially using the Stucky mini light, and I said, you know what, let me bring out the big light because I want to be able to see a lot more of the area. So that's why I brought out the big light. And it made my life so much easier while I was fixing it. And I recommend, if you have a big light, pack it in your van, especially when you're doing larger dents, because you can move the light as far away as you possibly can and see all the little lows and high spots that you really can't see with a mini light, because you can't put the mini light as far as you want as easily as you can with a stand. So that's my recommendations. If you can, bring it with you. Yeah, so I had a question today from one of the viewers on the channel. He said, from Dent Zero, he wants to ask questions regarding issues with his up and coming business. So I sent him an email. He's gonna send me his questions, and on the next video I post, I'm gonna answer all those questions. If any of you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments, and you can send an email to dennis@dentbaron.com. That's DENNIS. Or you can visit our Facebook page and leave a question there, and I'll answer all those questions on the next video. And Juan Penner asked me, what's the best hook door tool? Well, I made a video about this last week, and it was about 20 minutes long, but the audio was, you couldn't even listen to it, so I had to completely destroy that video. And I'll address that as well in the next video for you, Juan, no problem. if you guys have anything, reach out to me, and I'll definitely give you the advice from my experiences and what I've learned. And actually, I was able to get this customer from one of the body shops I did hell work with back in December 2019. They been referring a lot of their customers out to me, assuming because they're pretty booked, and they told the customer that it's less expensive for us to repair it than for them to have it. And the customer called me, and that's what they told me. So, and I'm thankful for that. That's why it's great to build those body shop relationships if you can. So for me, hell season's completely over with. I stopped early September, and now we're going to focus 100% on retail. We're going to go to the customers' homes, and we're going to go to the customer's office. And how we're going to get a lot of those customers is marketing. We have been building a very big marketing campaign since January with our marketing team. We've been with them for 3 years. What we're going to be doing is digital marketing with banner ads, Facebook, Google, and there's something else they said, but I'm not going to discuss that because that's a little bit of a secret thing. And also we're going to be doing mailing ads, for example, like it's called Southern Charm. You mail in these things to different zip codes, and they get it. It's got coupon books in there. We're going to see how that works. I'm kind of, iffy about the coupon thing, but we're going to launch the campaign with that. It's all starting October 1st, and I'm going to let you guys know how that has worked for me so I can relay that to you, and maybe it'll help you in your business if you decide to go retail route. I like the retail world more than I do anything else because you're dealing with a different person every day, different customers, their experiences with their vehicle. It's just, to me, it's better. They're your boss. You don't have to deal with a dealership egos and things like that. Oh, your prices are too high. I don't want to deal with that. My prices are too high. That's why I don't work with you. So bye. Have a nice day. But as you know, in the past, I've primarily done hell, and I enjoy the hell process dealing with body shops and insurance companies. That's a whole nother world. Completely different skill sets, business thinking, everything. To me, I feel like it's easier, but maybe a little bit more difficult to get into that industry. That's kind of, I don't know, but we'll touch on that a little bit more in the next video whenever Dent Zero, Bobby, asks me the questions. I'm pretty sure he wants to get in the hell industry, and he's got some questions regarding that. So, or not Bobby, somebody else, I forget. But yeah, we're going to put that in the next video. All those things will be addressed as far as getting into hell and getting into the retail market. And if you want to do dealerships, that's great. You do that. There's a lot of money to be made there as well. As always, guys, I appreciate you watching me. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about the video in the comment section. If you hated it, thumbs that sucker down and let me know why you hated it. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.